And hello, and welcome once again, everyone, to another installment of Capes and Quests, the show that redefines high fantasy all the time, every time, or your gold back. I, of course, am your Dungeon Master, Cape Joel. Joining me is the D20 Degenerates, the Crack Fighter Squad, and they have name tags now, too.
It's just like working at Best Buy again.
Yeah, I did it, everyone. I did a thing. Joel did a Photoshop. And again, you can see this video version if you check out the stream, which we're tentatively thinking we're going to try and stream this every other Thursday, depending on schedules. We'll see. But yes, of course, I got everyone here with me. How you doing, guys?
I miss Applebee's.
Still, yeah.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Applebee's is a big part of my life. Yeah, other than that, I'm doing great.
What's
It's a hell of a Twitter bio.
What's that joke from Letterkenny there? Where it's like, hey man, they closed down McDonald's, Tim Hortons, and the beer store, and that was basically your whole life right there, buddy.
Right, pretty much.
That's kind of what this quarantine feels like, but you know what? There's an upside to it. There's Dungeons and Dragons. So when last we met, the three of you, Vorlin, Corbin, and Antoine, had taken a job by a mysterious, devilish-looking man by the name of Skrull. Skrull, of course, represented one Mr. Balor, the leader of the Balor Gang, or Balor family. They kind of use it interchangeably. The gang lords of High Morin, the city that you're all hunkering down in and hiding out now. All as wanted men from the Empire after your battle with General Dijak. Your job was supposed to be simple, get back a package that was bound for the city but had somehow been waylaid. You got into a fight with a bunch of swamp crazies. Antoine got stuck in a net. Remember that, guys? Remember?
Oh, yeah, no, I could not get out of that net to save my life. The most cat-like moment of this campaign so far.
Oh no, the enemies have laser pointers now. Eventually, you found the carriage that was bringing the package to the city. The driver was very much dead with a brand new, fresh arrow stuck in his throat. You had examined it, and it had a very interesting little maker's mark on it. 3 green leaves in a circle, in case you were wondering. That's what the maker's mark is, as well as a series of footprints and drag marks leading away from the carriage. You had followed the drag marks away when Corbin, using his skills as a mountain man and general, friends to animals everywhere, found some fur sticking to one of the trees, and it was not regular fur, it was Gnoll fur. Gnolls, of course, being twisted hyena demons that populate, well, not this part of the D&D universe. It was weird and interesting that that fur was here, because it really shouldn't be. And it's at that point right there, I will turn the story back over to you, everyone. You are standing in the thick woods right now with a big clump of Gnoll fur in your hands.
How thick? Alright, let's, shouldn't I be able to have some kind of, like, smell thing going on? Like, I'm part animal, so I should be able to identify this. Because it's not a part of our universe, so how would any of us know?
I would question what this is, because it's clearly not from our world.
Well, no, right. It's from your world, but not this part of the world. Gnolls are normally known for being a little farther north, and you're in the south.
You made this sound like it was Crisis of Infinite Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yes,
the Critical Role guys were going to come in here at some point in time, and we'd have to fight them.
Oh, man, I wish. One day.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll just ask them. I'm sure they're not doing anything. Hey, guys, I know you're not busy.
Yeah.
Save
and then you ran across a team referring to themselves as Box Machinima.
There you go. Man, I would be such an asshole if I did that, if I made you fight fictionalized versions of all the other more popular D&D podcasts.
Oh, the Outside Extra guys, we'll have them on, we'll get the, we'll have all the other people who I don't watch their shows up, yes.
It's the Quest Zone brothers, everybody, the McClintroys, those guys, yay!
Are these things real things that exist?
These are all things in the world of popular online Dungeons and Dragons streams, yes.
Yep.
I was speaking Aramaic to me for a second.
I don't watch anybody's Dungeons and Dragons things, but I'm aware of, like, a lot of people who I watch for other things do Dungeons and Dragons, so whenever that pops up, I'm like, well, I guess this is the thing I'll just wait on. Okay. I'll just hold out on that.
So yes, you were saying there, Antoine, that you wanted to see if you could get a good scent on the fur. I would say roll a survival check if you want to check that out.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, I probably did not figure that out because I rolled a 3.
Okay, you smell it and it smells bad. It smells slightly of sulfur and demonic heritage.
If you had rolled a 1, then a foghorn sound effect would have gone off when you smelled it.
Ooh, I can add those later in post.
We would have zoomed in on it real close, like an old Ren and Stimpy bit.
Please don't make this a game show. I don't have the confidence for game show sounds. Those things break me.
All right, so while smelling the fur offered you no new insight, there are still, some drag marks heading up a hill, actually, as you go right now. In fact, I take it you're all still on horseback because you all got horses last episode, but the actual, not decline. What's the opposite of a decline? The upclimb.
Incline. It's incline.
Oh, I have
We're physically still around here.
I had it right the first time. All right. Basically, it's too rough for your horses to go up. It's too narrow, so you'll have to tie them up and head on foot, if that's what you want to do.
Did we pay for these horses like last time?
No, you got them for free. You guilted your friends at the church, the Order of the Gracious Death, and they just kind of gave it to you.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'm fine with these.
All right, fair enough. So Antoine just leaves his there. Vorlin, Corbin, what do you guys do?
I never felt comfortable riding this horse to begin with, so I always let him go. I never even gave my horse a name.
You had that whole silent, like, unspoken connection thing where you just nodded at each other and like acknowledged each other.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that I liked riding it. That's what I mean. I respected him, so I didn't want to show dominance over it. So I'm completely comfortable letting it go off on its own.
Wait,
I'm sure that later on in this story, it will now return to help us out in our moment of need. We'll be fighting a really big giant ogre, and then I'll look up and I'll go, hey, it's that horse.
The horses are coming.
Wait,
who got the reference in the chat?
Was that a storyline, like, last time?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. How drunk was I? I don't remember you bonding with a horse.
The horse thing was also your idea to go get them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, obviously. Ugh.
This is all new and interesting to you, so...
Gotta love it.
All right, so yes, if you chose to leave your horses or tie them up, I'm not sure what you all did, but you continue to make your way up the hill. The brush gets thicker and deeper. In fact, the sun is having a hard time actually penetrating because you're so back in the backwoods right now. Eventually, you come to a massive row of what look to be thorn bushes, and these go for pretty far. Actually, as far as the eye can see, pretty much. You got a bunch of thorn bushes there, and off to the right, there's also a big, craggy peak. It definitely looks like the track seemed to go through the thorn bushes. So, again, that's where it goes off. But the ridge also seems to go back more or less in the same way. So you have a fork in the road, and you have a choice now as to how you will proceed.
Gentlemen?
Is there any, like, woodsy know-how thing that I can do, like with the dowsing rod or something?
Woodsy know-how, I love it.
If you want more information...
like read moss or something like that?
If you want more information on the thorn bush that you see in front of you, yeah, you're free to roll a survival check. And in fact, I will give you advantage on said survival check because of your woodsman heritage.
Do it.
Cool. I will roll as an 8.
8 altogether, even when you add shit to it?
Oh, no, shoot. What was my thing? Hold on. Survival, add things.
An advantage means you get to roll twice, so that was an 8 after rolling twice?
No. Okay, I didn't know any of this stuff. Where's my survival?
That's fine.
Where's my survival?
The bottom of the skills tree.
Bottom of skills tree.
Yeah, the last one.
Oh, there it is. Oh, shoot. Well, then that would have been a 12. So the other one is a 10 plus the 4, 14.
Okay. These do not look like normal thorn bushes. These do not look like any thorn bushes you have ever seen before. And again, as someone who lives in the wild, you know your plants pretty well. And this is not a good omen to you, these things.
They're wild thorn berries.
The wildest. Tim Curry, is that you?
That was a deep cut.
Yes.
We are old.
No, this is an old deep cut. I'm going to take these thornberries and take them to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Spice!
Nice. Nice.
If we're doing Tim Curry references, I can pull out some stuff.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
this
so
is the right
good.
group, as I knew it would be. So, all right.
Okay.
It's on Kirk now, yeah?
So wait, where are we now? I'm sorry.
Again, you're
We
standing-
examine the bushes. They're not from this place.
Again, you're...
Okay. I'm gonna be an idiot, and oh god, what kind of?
You can't be the idiot. You're the most rational one among us.
Yeah, we can't afford to have you go to be an idiot.
I want to use some perception on these berries.
Okay, it's a bush, not berries, but yes, roll some perception.
I'm old enough now. I think I
I'm
know
pretty
that.
sure I know berries when I see them.
That was embarrassing.
They mysteriously sprout berries, which is even stranger.
So weird. Oh shit, this is not good. That's a 3 plus my 2 is gonna make it an amazing 5.
They look sharp and stabby, and that you would have a hard time walking through them if you tried.
I
My
don't know.
claws do
I
it.
don't know what to do with these.
Again, there's also a ridge off to the side. That's basically, as it stands right now, that looks like your only way up. You can try and climb the ridge or walk through the...
Joel, please, we have to figure out a way through these spiny berries.
Come on. This
Does
is
anybody
absolutely
have
Oh,
a
man.
Snorlax?
this is absolutely the scene from Beauty and the Beast where like the horse sees the very clear path back to the village and Belle's like, no, down this dark way.
I think I know what's up.
Guys, I think we should definitely go towards the very clearly lit, no thorns in the way, because I found out that they're sharp and spiky because I'm smart enough.
You're scared of a rough neighborhood. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll take the well-lit path down the
Lower
ridge.
path, not have to necessarily worry about locking our doors.
I mean, you don't. If I get pulled over, that's on you.
At that point, the guards show up. Hey, everyone, let's see some papers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, I'm
We
just
take
gonna get
literally one step onto the nice path, and all of a sudden,
Hey now,
I told you guys-
everyone. By order of the
Yeah,
king.
I'll come from this like thorny bush. Why are we going through your neighborhood? There's a Whole Foods here. I hate it.
All
So,
right.
guys, I think we should take the nice path.
It's racers.
Yeah. The neighborhood that looks like it's really good for like Halloween trick-or-treating.
Yeah, no. I'll lower the property value just by walking through it. It'll be fun.
Well, if that's what you do then, so you reach the rocky, craggy ridge there. It's about a couple feet up as it stands right now. You will need to climb it, so who's going to try and climb this thing first?
Boom.
probably me.
Oh, hell.
I mean, you can make it a contest. You can see who gets there first.
Yeah, I absolutely took a step back while these two fight it out.
Well, to be fair, I have cat claws.
He does.
Which I have climbing speed of 20 feet. In addition, your claws are natural weapons, which you can make unarmed strike. So I can climb.
There
I'm
you
a
go.
climber.
The ridge is about 30 feet up, so yeah, roll with advantage your dexterity, and we'll see if you make it.
All right. My dexterity is a 15 plus 2. And that's a D4, yes?
No, D20.
Okay, cool.
D20, and then you add your dexterity to it. But roll twice because you have advantage because of cat claws.
Right, so 16 plus 2, I got 18 the first roll, and then I got 19 the second roll.
Okay, you deftly unsheath your claws and you deftly scamper up the rocky ridge like the cat you are, and you're at the top looking down at your other two teammates right now.
Do you see anything up there?
You do actually have some rope. You got supplies when you hustled the church guy. He gave you your standard adventurer's kit, which includes ropes and pittons.
Do I have to wait till my next turn to shoot rope down the cliff, or...
There's no turns out of combat. You can do whatever the fuck you want when we're not in combat.
All right, cool. I'll shoot rope down the cliff at my homies.
All right, so now you guys can just climb right up. You guys don't have to do a check or anything. Rope unlocked.
Okay.
My character is going to break the fourth wall really quickly, stare directly at the chat, completely dumbfounded in how incredibly pro and at home Josh was for what finally took like maybe 4 or 5 weeks of playing D&D, because that was awesome.
You talking about shooting rope down the cliff for my homies?
There you go.
Yeah, that was.
I'll shoot
you
rope
were
down
like,
the cliff
you were
for you
like,
guys in town.
you were grabbing the dice. You were looking at your freaking sheet. You were in character. That was fucking dope, dude.
I'm in between beers right now. I'm almost sobering
Well,
up.
that explains it. I'm gonna look at Corbin, like just kind of gesture, like, hey, after you.
Yeah, I'll go up.
All right, so you make your way up there, and now you, Corbin, are also at the top of the ridge right now.
Do I see anything?
Yes, actually. A short look around, you can see that the general landscape from where you were to where you are now has changed completely. The forest you were in was pretty lush, pretty green, pretty healthy. Up here, everything seems to be rotting and dying, is what it seems to be. The grass is brown, the trees have no leaves on them, and they actually seem to be leaking some kind of thick, dark ichor. Or pus.
Is this why?
See, that's what happens when that Whole Foods moved into this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we're in Detroit
All
now.
the local businesses just started closing up.
I think this is what happened when we let Josh go first. The rest of the neighborhood saw him and packed
I
up.
just climbed and threw it down the rope. What did I do, you guys? What did I do?
Nice.
Can we see from there what the path with the thorny bushes would have taken us to?
More or less the same place. It kind of reaches a fork in the road, and it all continues to kind of wind uphill is where you're going, up a windy path. And also, too, at the top of said windy path, you actually see some smoke in the distance.
Ooh.
Good
I
smoke.
turned to Josh.
Looks like there's smoke on the water there, boys. We should probably go investigate there, yeah?
Down, down.
My character's still at the bottom of the cliff going, what do you see?
Do you,
The edge of forever. I don't know what to tell you. Get up here. Get up the rope.
All right.
All right, so you scamper up the rope, and you, Vorlin, are now also with your two teammates in this seemingly blighted hellscape that, again, also looks quite different than the flora and fauna of where you were just 30 feet ago.
All right, guys. Do you think we should?
What did you do?
Yeah, we're going to say you broke it when you got up here.
Yeah, just like what the hell?
It looked like shit, but it was fine before you got here.
All right, so I look at the guys. Like, we see, we smoke. Oh, by the way, do we still have the shitty napkin map?
Yes. Well, that led you to the cart, but that was all it led you to.
That
And now
was
you've
it.
been following
Okay.
the drag marks and footprints and fur. And
So
now
we've
smoke.
definitely reached the beer ring stain of the napkin,
Yes.
and it's no use to us anymore. Got it.
You're off the map now, boys.
Yeah.
We still have drugs, though, right, for the trip?
Yeah,
Yes.
he gave you a dime bag, a skirl. After
Not going to
he
use any now. Just need to know we weren't dry.
There you go. Yes, you've got some drugs.
So is there another clear path? Is there like any divergent paths? Is it just like smoke on the water and an ominous guitar solo soundtrack
in the
background?
sky? The road seems to curl around the top of the hill up to what looks like the point at the very top.
What's the point?
Well, we're cutting to it.
Yeah. I just kind of like throw my arms up in the air and my character just starts leading the way.
All right.
I follow
I
him.
will follow him.
He just at this point, like, all right.
So as you walk around, you notice again, more dead plant life, more, trees oozing black ichor, and also, too, you start to see little tiny woodland animals with bites out of them, hyena-sized bites out of them.
Oh, like the fur. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And there's still black Ikes around. We call those Ike Turners where I'm from.
Oh no, Ike Turner, he's coming right for us.
It's like, yeah, if Ike Turner shows up in this campaign, I'm out.
Roll initiative.
What are you doing, brave
Guys,
leader?
better keep on rolling. Come on.
All right, so again, you follow the road up past, all these different small woodland animal corpses that looks like something bit into and then just forgot about. Eventually, you do reach the top of the hill, and you see in the center what looks to be an old, decaying windmill sitting right there with smoke coming out the top of it right there. You also see, mounds of dirt kind of all around it that look like they've kind of been shorn up as makeshift defenses.
I'm, you know,
I would be in favor of continuing to keep on walking.
Yeah, no, like you don't get drawn into a storyline if you ignore the storyline, and you can just be fine. I learned that from every Nightmare on Elm Street.
My character is very direct. I'd feel like if this is not the place we're going, I would have no interest in stopping there. So you guys need to come up with a reason to stop there.
There might be jewels or drugs
Well, no, this is where the path was leading. This is where the drag marks and everything was leading.
Oh, I thought this was a stop along the way. Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
This is the top of the hill. There is nowhere else but here.
I see.
This is where you're going, guys.
This is it. This is high school graduation. This is it.
I didn't say that.
All right, we should go investigate this thing then, since we're here.
Yeah, I definitely think we're gonna start heading that way.
All right. The
fearless leader, lead the way.
Alrighty then. So the closer you get to the windmill, you hear. What is it? You smell the smoke. It smells like it's, a fresh fire is burning, and you hear the unmistakable sound of laughter, but no laughter you've ever heard. This is weird hyena man laughter. You hear that, but you also hear the sound of a cracking whip as well, is what you hear, and it basically
goes outside.
It basically goes whip, laughter, whip, and you also hear the sounds of some muffled screaming. Whip, whip, laugh, laugh.
As Anton's starting to walk away, I grab him by the shirt really quickly and bring him back.
I see a small paper bag in the corner and starts talking to me, telling me that the only you is you, and that the doorway is an entrance pathway to many realms.
Yep.
I don't know about all that, but I'm to Blacksea, and the sound of a whip and screaming, I just kind of feel like I should stay outside.
Oh,
you guys?
I should also probably mention, too, when you searched the cart from earlier before, you found the dead driver. You did not find this guy named Flip, who was supposed to be looking after the package for Skrull.
That's right. We were missing our contact.
Yeah, he had seemed to gone missing, and Skrull basically said, look, he's already a failure. So, if you guys, as part of your audition for the Balor family, when you find him, do what you will with him. But again, I'm just reminding you of that right now.
Ooh, somebody's about to find love.
I
mean, he said do what you want, so, if that's what you wanted.
There's gonna be a very kinky sex thing inside, isn't it?
You have no home left to go to. Stay with me. It's gonna be...
So, guys, what do you think? Should we probably start heading towards the completely normal, not ominous torture and BDSM sounds?
Sounds like a bunch of nerds inside, so I think we can take them.
BDSM is where you went with the whip? Okay, fine, I'll follow you, though. I'm still going to go behind you.
Now, do you just power walk right in there or anything, or do you sneak or stealth or do anything like that?
Is there a door open or closed where you can just hear it?
Again, it's a decaying building, so there is a door, but it's like hanging on by a thread, basically.
Is the top of it open? Like, could you climb up and go over the top?
Yes, that is where the smoke is currently coming from right now. There's a hole in the roof, and it's become like a makeshift chimney.
But that would probably be hazardous, yes, to go up that way?
I mean, I lay it out for you to play it out, man.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I would try and listen in. I would try and use my hunter skills or whatever to listen and see if I could figure out what was on the inside.
Mark.
Okay, so roll, I'm going to say roll an investigation check on this one and see what you get.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 0 on that, so that doesn't matter. All right.
Then hope for big numbers.
That is
I got a 14 plus.
It's a 7, but part of the 7 has faded off over time, so I thought it was a 1. And then I was very confused why the 1 was between a 6 and an 8. It's a 7.
Okay, 7
so still not great.
7 for Corbin. What did you roll, Vorlin? Because you were trying to listen to...
14 plus 1, so I got a 15.
Okay, so you guys kind of put your heads together and listen as a team, and between the two of you, it kind of sounds
We make
like...
one good D&D player.
Yeah.
You come together like Voltron, the three of you, and listen together. You can hear... Eventually, over time, you sit there for like a good maybe 10 minutes, and you can pick out at least 4 different distinct kinds of laughter, as well as, of course, one very human-sounding muffled scream is what you seem to hear.
Wait, was there like a window on a higher level? Or like an open like entrance on a higher level?
Again, if you climb to where the smoke is coming out, you could probably look in if you were stealthy enough.
How high is the climb?
Again, about 40 feet is what I would say.
So that's twice my cat claws.
Twice your cat claws. But again, every time you climb, you get advantage.
Okay, and drugs wouldn't help me climb further, right?
Drugs would not help you climb further in this situation.
Okay,
That's
if you guys want me
the
to climb,
type of high we're looking for right now, dude.
hey, I'm partying, man. All right, so do you guys want me to climb up there and see what's what, or?
I was going to suggest me throwing both of you up there through the window, but climbing would probably work better.
I like that too, actually. I want to see how that works.
We are certainly a Voltron, but we're the sucky three-piece one that no one ever talks about.
The one made of vehicles, yeah.
It's just the three. Yeah, we're the worst Voltron. All right.
We're
Voltron on
the GoBots.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I want to be Beast Wars, damn it.
Yeah, I know, the best one.
All right, so do you want to throw us or do you want me to climb? It's up to you.
What stats would be involved with what in there? With me throwing you, what would that be?
That would be strength, and you would have to have a really good strength roll to throw a full-sized human being. And also, you're still a couple feet back right now, so you would need to get up there. And again, you would have to tell me if you were sneaking to do it or if you were just kind of running in there.
Well, didn't we already sneak up there to listen in?
No, you listened in. You stood where you were, but you listened to them. You haven't moved
Oh,
yet.
I thought we like put like a cup up to like the side of the wall or something like that kind of a
You're
thing.
still a ways back. You like stopped in your tracks and listened real good.
Okay, so we gotta go up there before I could throw.
Does Corbin have the fastball special ability?
You know, that is actually something you can get, and no, he does not have it at the moment.
All right, so fellas, here's the plan. I'll climb over the top, jump down, pull out my wang, distract him. You come through the door, catch him from behind. Cat wangs
All
are
right, let's
really
go with that.
Again,
Our version of Get Help coming up, guys. Let's do it.
you guys can do whatever you like.
All right, so I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna climb up that wall. We'll discuss the penis thing later, but I'm gonna climb up that wall.
Okay,
He
so
still has it tucked in while he's trying to climb, right?
Always.
All
Take
right.
it back.
So you walk your way over to the side of the windmill to start climbing up. Actually, roll me a dexterity before you even get there.
Okie doke. I got it. Let's see, what's my dexterity? Where would that be? Oh, 15 plus 2. 18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay, holy shit. As you make your way over there, very stealthily like a cat, you also manage to spot something shiny in the dirt under you, and you kick it a little bit on your way to where you're going, and you discover it's a bear trap. So it's a good thing
we were
you
doing
saw
so good.
No,
And then the cat found the shiny thing.
Well, that's the thing. He saw it in time, so he didn't step in it. But yeah, there was a bear trap there. So
yeah, but I still want to bat it around a little bit, though. Is that weird? It's so shiny.
So yeah, you see that, you do good, you make it to the wall, and all right, now climb with your advantage there, which is also a dexterity check.
2 rolls. First roll is 5, no good. Second roll is 12. And that's what again?
Dexterity.
Okay, yeah, 12 plus 2, so 14.
All right, it takes you a little bit because, again, it's decaying and you're trying to do this quietly, but after like 5 minutes, you do eventually manage to make it all the way to the top and peer in. It's difficult at first to see because there's like, a thick stream of dark smoke hitting you in the face at first, but as you look down, you can see 4 bipedal hyena monsters. 2 on the top floor. One's a little tiny hyena man in a hood. He's got a short bow. One is a gigantic mofo. This guy is massive with a huge glaive with a bunch of bones and shit hanging off it. And down below, you see the 2 guys who seem to be doing most of the whipping. As it stands right now, they're actually wearing chainmail shirts. One's got a machete in his hand and a shield in the other, and the other one, he kind of looks a little rabid. He's got like, shit coming out of his mouth, and he is just going to town on this poor dude who is tied to a pole, and they are just laughing and having a great time. So
Wait, so they're walking on their legs? Like they're not on all fours? They're just walking around?
yeah, a Gnoll is a hyena man like you are a cat man.
That's disgusting, and I don't approve. That's not my religion.
No, it literally isn't.
Yeah. All right, guys. Can I shout down what I see to them?
You can shout, or you can go back and tell them. It's up to you.
What do I have to do anything to go back down?
I will say if you want to go back down, you can just retrace your steps, and you got up there fine with no trouble, so you can get back with no trouble.
All right, guys. All right, so I climb back down, and I'll tell the guys what's the personnel situation inside of this decaying building. I say that I'm throwing the penis idea out the window because one of them looks like they have rabies, and we need to figure out a plan now.
Okay, I definitely think we should start arming weapons.
All right, you guys pull your weapons out.
Put your dick away.
Yeah, put your wang away. Oh, sorry, wrong
weapon. Put the wang away and get your weapon.
My wang is my weapon.
Yeah.
He's proficient in everything, +5.
Jesus.
What are we doing with our weapons?
Just getting them ready.
We should definitely arm ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got my giant club with the man outside of it.
Yeah,
that's
you sure
right.
do. Which I've decided I will treat like a mace, so that's a 1d6. I have decided blunt. That's what I figured out.
Hey, we both have maces. Yours is just way cooler than mine.
Yours is just a man.
Let's see what I got. Simple weapons, hand crossbow. I'm gonna definitely put the that rapier that I got from season 1.
Swear. All right, so you're standing outside the creepy as fuck decaying windmill. You now know that there are at least 4 Gnolls inside of different size, is what I meant to say, and at least one hostage, one POW, and you were deciding how exactly you were going to try and get in there.
All right, so the POW is clearly the contact we were supposed to meet, yes? All right.
I mean, you don't know that, but...
I'm going to be really pissed if we go through all of this and he's not the guy we're supposed to be.
Now, this scene's a little scary. Is he dressed like a gimp?
He is dressed in black, but more like, more like a rogue, more like you, more just like,
Just checking.
Can I go into the back and grab a samurai sword at any point during this?
No, we have to fake fight into the pawn shop, and then bad things happen to me, and then you get the samurai sword.
I'm just calling it like I see it, and I've seen this before.
You guys haven't checked the back, actually. There is a back to the windmill. You just don't know what's back there because you can't see it.
Okay, actually, so here's my game plan. I think we should definitely have Corbin and his incredibly fucking scary fists of rage and decaying man mace at the front because one, that's a rickety door, and we know that no matter what, our boy's not gonna have a problem getting through that thing and gets it done.
I'm gonna run through it.
I definitely, hey dude, Anton, I think Vorlin and Anton should head around to the back.
All right. Again, are you sneaking when you do that? What do you do?
Well, in all fairness, if I go first and break down the door, then it'd be real easy for them to sneak. That'd be a pretty big distraction.
They're gonna know.
I should go first then, yes, because I'm sneaky like a cat.
I was gonna say, if that's how you want to play it, if Corbin wants to play distraction, then yes, absolutely. Then Vorlin and Antoine can just move however they like.
I feel like I've been getting the raw deal in most of this campaign, but mostly through faults of my own. I'll admit to my own mistakes. Hey, I'm getting the raw deal. Let's go.
As far as you can see, there are no nets.
Okay. Good. Wait, didn't I get eaten by hyenas like last campaign?
Oh, it was a jackal, and yes.
Hyenas. They're both canines. All right, fine. Let's go. Before I get mod.
All right. So
go with that.
So that's your plan then.
That's it. That's gonna be our attack.
Alrighty then. So now we got to do the thing where I split the story in two. So Corbin, you walk up all triumphant and just not giving a shit. You're at the door. How do you play this? How do you enter the building?
I step over a few feet from the door and break through the wall.
Okay, yeah, you do that, and because it's a shitty, decaying windmill, you are very easily able to do that, and it does...
Why did I go first?
It does actually, kind of freak out the Gnolls that are there. They stop their whipping for a second, and they say something in, really deep guttural tones, which, again, you don't know that, but that's the language of the demons. And they're like, what the hell is that? The big one kind of steps up. Again, it's kind of a tiered thing. Antoine would have known this, is that there's basically 2 on the ground floor and 2 on the upper floor, but it's all like super open and everything because all the panels in the floor have fallen apart. So the 2 on top can see down, and they are just looking at you like, what the fuck is this? Now, okay, Antoine and Vorlin, at this point, you 2 make your way around the back. And while you make your way around the back, too, you actually see something rather interesting that you couldn't have seen from the front. You see a set of very large cages. And again, these look like brand new smelted metal. And they, too, very interestingly, have the same maker's mark on it. 3 green leaves in a circle, as well as more gnoll hair inside it. You also see a rickety back door to this thing as well, equally as rickety.
Okay. Shoot, our boy's already in there, like, being the distraction, isn't he?
Yep.
We're gonna have to spend...
Kool-Aid man his way in. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah.
Is there, God, is there any, I mean, how much, it's gonna set us back an entire turn if I do an investigation of these cages.
Well, no, I basically told you what they were. That's all it is. They got the maker's mark. They have gnoll hair in them. That's it.
That's it. We're good? Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so I can hear the noise from Corbin. It looks like the plan's in action. Yeah. I lean over to Antoine really quickly and I go, okay, pull out your wing.
I pull out my wing and Leroy Jenkins my way inside, just swinging it from left to right.
This is how you play as a party, guys. Yes.
So you do this, and the Gnolls that are already freaked out that a hairy mountain man kicked down their front door with a stick that is also a person, that freaked them out. They turn around and see this now, and they are equally as freaked out. This time they...
Weird, homies.
This time they don't even say anything. This time they're just like, kill! And they all pull out their weapons, and combat doth begin. So everyone roll your initiative so I know what's up.
Alright.
Alright.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I'm taking, what is that? I got a 16?
Nice.
All mine so far today have been 10 or under. I'm not feeling very confident about this.
The dice.
Don't curse the dice, bro.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean,
speak sweet nothings to the dice.
Oh wait, no, I did a crossbow. Hold on. All right, 8.
Okay, that's an 8 altogether. And what did the bad guys roll? All right, they roll a... Ooh, holy shit, they actually... they roll a 16. Interesting.
Don't touch my wing! Don't hurt my wing, please!
All right, so I'm just going to write bad guys here because they all move as one. So Vorlin, again, being the rogue of the team, being the fastest, being the quickest on the draw, you get to move first before all the bad guys get a chance to react. Again, keep in mind there's 2 on the floor right now. 1 Gnoll with a machete. He looks to be covered in fleas. And then the other guy with the rabies and the whip.
So which one?
How are they spaced out? Like, who's closest to who?
Again, they're about 5 feet from each other. They were pretty close. It looked like they were sharing whipping duties. Like, when one would get tired, he passed off to the other one.
Okay, so I'm guessing either rabies dude or flea dude is really close to me.
Fairly close, I would say. Again, because it's like you're in the what the hell would you call it? The lobby area of the windmill, the frickin' the main floor. So yeah, he's fairly close to you now that you're all there. You're not like super tight. I would say there's about 10 feet between you. There's no like furniture and no other real bullshit, but there is actually the fire off to the left. They've just they basically got a trash can fire. There is what they're burning, so that's the only other thing that's really in the room.
Then I'm gonna think. I think that rabies one is closest to me.
Okay.
And I'm taking the rapier, and I am taking the swing. At that guy.
Now remember, it's a special shock rapier, so once a day, should you choose to, you can turn on its electricity powers and you can shock a mofo. Is you gonna try that?
I'm gonna hold off on that.
Okay, fair enough. So
I just like this one because it still has a good, slightly better damage roll than what I was originally armed with.
Right.
So
okay.
Cool.
So yeah, roll an attack on him and see what happens. And
we taking a 20 on this one?
Yes, that's a D20. And
So I got an 11, and then what do I add to that?
oh, I seem to have misplaced your sheets when my shit crashed. So I will tell you in a second if you don't find it first.
Well, I got my strength, but my strength is a +1.
Ah, but it's a dex weapon though. The rapier.
Oh, that's right. So it's a +2. So I'm looking at 13.
Okay, so you roll a 13. Actually, doesn't quite do the trick. Again, these guys have brand new chainmail vests on, and it just kind of nicks it. You get in there, but
Clang.
he turns just enough for it to clang on him. And again, because he's a hyena, of course, he does a little laugh at you because he's a dick like that. So your turn.
Disney rules.
Yeah, so your turn sadly comes to an end on that
Bam,
one.
bam,
Yep. But then again, you also have the dual weapon thing that you were using last episode, a feat you had. So if you, say, had a dagger or a short sword in your other hand, you could also try and take a swing at him with that.
But I've still got my short sword in my other hand.
Yeah, you sure do. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So take a swing at him with that if you want.
Oof, no, I'm still only getting a 14 on that.
Okay. Oh, 14? That
Well,
actually...
with my pumpers.
Okay,
So, yeah.
so with your 14, you drag it across his chest. That one looks like it hurt him, but not by much, though. So roll damage for that one, and we'll decide what that one becomes.
So with the short sword, it's a 1d6 plus 2.
Yes.
Ooh, 3.
3? Okay, so that does half, is what that does. So you did a half damage on that one, so yeah. He feels it, but not by much.
He's a little pissed.
He's a little pissed. He knows you're there, and actually, it's gonna be their turn right now. All the bad guys. So we're gonna roll.
I hate the fact that I actually have to write rabies enemy, only half a point.
The whip guy with the rabies, the flea guy with a machete. So rabies man will move first right now, and he is going to try and lash at you with his whip. But he only rolls a 5, so he goes completely wild in that one and just snaps it over your head and doesn't actually hit you.
Woo! All right.
So
that was the weakest encounter in D&D history. Sweet.
Yeah, you both missed. You see, you have more in common than you care to admit.
Oh, proud to be a part of it.
All right, so Machete Guy, now that he sees that Whip Guy is dealing with you, Machete Guy is going to turn around and he is going to try and strike at Corbin is what he's going to do, and he rolls a... Holy shit, he rolled a fucking 19, so that definitely hits you, Corbin. Actually, here, let me make sure I got your damn sheet open. So he is going to... Oh, god damn it, I have too many freaking windows open. Alright, so he is going to slash at you. Again, he's going to try and hit you in the shoulder with his machete, and he is going to do 1d6 of damage. Does he get any bullshit with his? He might get some bullshit. No, I don't think he gets any bullshit, but, actually, no, that's, yeah, okay, yeah, definitely that's what it was. So he is going to roll at you, and, oh, god damn it, seriously? He only got a 1. So he hits you for 1 bit of damage. He just kind of nicks you with the machete. He just kind of nicks you. And like, he wanted to laugh. He was feeling good, but he only gets out a sack. Oh. Next up, it'll be the big guy's turn. Again, he has more armor than anyone else, and he has a frickin' glaive, so he's got the biggest, nastiest weapon. He's above everyone right now, kind of on the second floor. He looks down. He was sitting when you all came in, and he just kind of waves his hand. Meh, not my problem. And he just kind of goes back to sitting there. Clearly, he is the big boss, and he's like, nah, my boy's got this. Next up, we got the little guy with the short bow. He takes aim at you, Antoine.
Of course he does. Watch him roll a 20.
Yeah, seeing you as his fellow bow bro. Let's see what he gets.
Bow bros.
And oh god damn it, he rolls a 4. So again, the arrow goes wild and ends up going completely out the open window.
Haha, punk bitch.
I am so excited that this battle is on fucking brand for us.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of dodging, so I would of course take that.
Yeah.
And then just flex it off.
Good guys and bad guys universally can't hit shit. All right, Corbin, so it's your turn now. You're on the first floor. What are you going to do?
So the machete guy hit me for a little bit, and now he's chuckling, like, right in front of me?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna reach into his open mouth and pull out his tongue.
Okay. How is this gonna work?
Strength, dexterity,
okay,
skill, stealth, intimidation. It's all of them.
Make an let's say
Roll all your dice.
make an unarmed attack, which is just a D20 plus your strength. So yeah, let's call it D20 plus strength.
Okay.
D20 plus strength. Oh, okay, that's the one I didn't roll. Although one went underneath my desk. Hopefully, I won't need that later on.
Yeah, really.
Oh. All right, so 1d20. You said that was plus strength.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me up to 14. No, wait, I was looking at Constitution. Sorry, 15.
Okay, so you rear back and you do get your hand inside his mouth and you do grab his tongue. But again, he's kind of fighting for you and wrestling on you, so I will say that's 1d4 damage right now. But again, if you...
Oh, goddamn, the D4 is the one that went underneath the desk. Hold on.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Isn't it always?
Oh, no, it was a D10? Is that what it is? Where the hell's my D4?
D4 is the one that looks like a little pyramid.
Little pyramid, I know. I don't see. Is that under my keys? What the hell happened to it? Oh, it's way back there.
I was going to say, you're definitely going to find it and step on it later.
No, I found it. Here we go. That is... Wait, how do I... Oh, wait, it's the number on the bottom?
Or the one on the top. The one that the little point, that whatever point it lands on.
It's going to be the one that...
I don't have... Mine does not work that way. I have no number on the top. It's like on the bottom. It's... Yeah, mine has to be the one on the bottom. That's the only consistent number, and that's a 4.
Oh, I know which one he's got. He's got... Yeah, okay. So he does read the
Okay. So I got a 4.
Okay, 4 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Strength modifier is plus 3, so 7.
Okay, wow, that is actually a pretty goddamn good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Thorgy.
Yeah, all things considered, that one's not bad. So yeah, you reach into his hyena mouth, you grab a hold of his tongue. He is very shocked, as you would guess. You try pulling out, but it doesn't come out right away.
Story of my life.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So yeah, so you pull on his tongue, and he is in a lot of pain, and but it does not come out, and you're just kind of sitting there with your hand in a hyena man's mouth as your turn comes to a close. All right, Antoine. Now,
so does he take damage then at all, or does he like?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
as long as it was for something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that like tongue grab the motherfucker just straight up with my crossbow, try to shoot him in the temple.
All right, good idea. So yeah, roll me a bow attack then.
All right.
Well, you're on the other side of me, so you'd be shooting him from the back, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I want to shoot him in the base of his like spinal cord, like in the stem.
There we go.
All right,
there.
that sounds good.
Dead center. All right, so that is a 20 roll first, yeah?
Yeah, that's a D20, and then you add all your weapon shit to it.
13.
Right. Okay.
And then I roll a D8.
Or no, that's a 13, and then for your roll, and then your crossbow is plus 4.
My crossbow's plus 2.
The sheet I'm looking at here says it's plus 4 for your attack bonus.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at
the plus 4. Take the plus 4.
You,
I want to play this honestly. I'm already an addict.
You definitely hit him. You hit him right in the spinal area, and yeah, roll your D8 and add 2 to it because you are quite good with your bow actually.
8.
8. Ooh, holy shit. Yeah, you hit him good. He is bleeding now. He is not looking good, Mr. Machete Man. You know, he was just trying to have a simple day filled with torture and eating small animals, and then you guys...
Name's Danny Trejo, sir.
For real.
That's my Mr. Machete.
All right, so Vorlin, back to you now. Back to your turn.
Okay, so which one did he just do damage on?
What is it? The machete
one.
Yeah, the machete-wielding one.
Machete one?
No.
So I'm going to be an idiot and go after Rabies one again.
Okay, yeah, you guys are kind of duking it out right now. So what attack are you going to make on him?
We're going with the rapier again.
Okay, yep, hit him up with the rape, y'all.
All right. Where did he? Let's do this. 16, and then plus the dexterity pumper is going to take to 18.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits him.
And then 1d8 plus 2, so we're going to rock that. 5 plus 2 is going to be 7.
Okay, and again, if you wanted to add 1d6 of lightning damage, you could also do that right now if you wanted.
I can only do that one a game, though, correct?
Only once a day, so after you sleep, it recharges.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So that's 7 plus whatever you roll here.
5.
Okay. So, yeah, you stab him really good in the front with your rapier, and then you touch the magic crystal on it. You tickle the crystal, and suddenly bolts of electricity start shooting out the end of it. And, yeah, he's not feeling great after that. He's definitely feeling the burn. And I imagine, too, being a hyena man, when you stab him with an electric sword, he probably makes a hilarious sound of
It's that electric gremlin from Gremlins 2.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
exactly what I was thinking.
You got it. You knew what I was doing. Alrighty then. So that will be the end of Vorlin's turn.
That's playing the entire time we're doing this.
These two guys on the bottom floor are not looking too hot right now. But again, becomes the bad guy's turn once again. The big guy on top, the pack leader, essentially, he starts taking more of an interest in this now, seeing that you're whooping the asses of 2 of his boys. But again, he just kind of waves it away like, I don't need this. This is fine. This is all fine. The little guy, he will once again, with his short bow, take aim at poor old Antoine and try and shoot him up. And he gets a... Oh, God damn it. He gets a 9, so once again, he misses Antoine completely.
Let's go!
Yeah, this guy really flunked fucking archer school. All right, so now it's time for the 2 on the bottom, and they are not doing well at all. Let's do Machete Man, and let's say that he's got to roll a strength because...
he's still alive?
Oh, yeah, he's not doing good. But yeah, he's still alive, and there is a crazy mountain man with his hand.
Thank you for emphasizing that I'm sucking at killing this guy. I appreciate that.
With his.
No, you're fighting the rabies guy.
Oh, that's right. I'm fighting Rabies guy. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck Machete
The
guy.
machete guy has
Yeah.
an arrow through his spine.
And a hand in his mouth still. And again, he is going to try and wrestle away the hand in his mouth before he can do anything, because if not, he is very much trapped. He ends up... God damn it, a 9, so he struggles, but your damn meaty mountain man hands are too strong on his tongue. And he just... Yeah, it's just like that, and he cannot move, so he ends up losing a turn. So that's a real shame for him. It's all up to Whip Guy now. Let's see if he does any better. Again, he is going to try and lash out at Vorlin, who stabbed him and shocked him just a moment ago, and he gets... This dice is fucking rigged. He gets an 8. So again, he totally he whips up in the air and it just goes over your shoulder. Just goes.
It's definitely the hyenas from Lion King, right?
It's
definitely those.
Don't you kill that whip guy. I want to finish him off. I got some deep-seated issues with him.
It's it's Cheech Marin and it's all those other guys. So
Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, it's Whoopi Goldberg. I think, who is the third one? He's a famous voice actor, but not like a named actor. Oh, this is going to bug me.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Wasn't it Fred something? Like the guy who does Fred on Scooby-Doo, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. Good job. All right, so, Vorlin, it becomes your turn again.
All right, I'm taking fucking Rabies guy down. This is happening.
Yeah, you guys are in Mortal Kombat
definitely
at the moment.
Going for the rapier one more time.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Wasn't it Vorlin, then the enemies, then on to us?
Did I fuck that up?
Because Vorlin used the term to shock him, then you went to the villains, then it goes to me.
Right,
oh,
yes.
Right.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Yep, I fucked that one up. Thank you for paying attention, Thorgy.
Yeah, we're coming
Thor's the only one
here.
paying attention tonight, because I'm like, wait, where
There you go. All right, yep, Thorgy, you get a turn, and again, your hand is stuck in a dude's mouth, so what do you want to do in this situation?
I'm going to reach out with my other hand and grab his jaws and rip him apart.
Okay.
Ooh, brutal.
Okay, let's, again, that's going to be an unarmed attack, so roll a d20 plus your strength.
D20 plus strength. That is an 8 plus my, 3, so that's 11.
He bites you. He bites at you. He snaps, and you are unable to get your other hand into his mouth at this time. Try though you might.
Yeah.
It was worth it. It was worth a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
It was worth a shot. All right. Okay. Now, Antoine, it is your turn. Now, what are you gonna do?
Dorgy's tongue boy. I want to give him another one right in the back of the neck.
All right, go for it.
All right. Here we go. I rolled a 3 on my d20. That is depressing.
Not great. So yeah, even with your +4, that the arrow ends up going wide on that one and lands into another one of the decaying windmill walls.
Okay, fine. That's fine. But also, quick side note: Amazing Spider-Man. You put 2 B's and rabies, it looks like rabbis. It looks like of rabbis. All right, we can keep going.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
All right, so yes, then it becomes Vorlin's turn once again.
Okay. Calling a headshot on him.
Okay.
I'm taking this guy down.
All right.
Rapier. And I got, what was that, 15 plus the dexterity. It's going to be 2, so it's going to take me to 17.
Yep, that's a hit.
Fuck, God, yes, thank God. All right. Taking this way too seriously. I'm sorry.
That's fine. We need your energy.
5 plus 2 is a 7.
Ooh, yeah, that you cut him deep on that one. You go like right from one end of him to the other. You put the whole length of your rapier inside of him at that time. Rapier.
Yes.
All right.
Good.
You gonna do anything else?
God. Can I take a shot at one of the other guys now?
Well, again, you have your short sword too, so he's like impaled on you. And again, you got your dual wielding feature.
Okay, so one, I can't believe that I've got the rapier in the head of this guy, and I just like now I feel bad and I need to put him out of his misery.
Yeah, he's really pained right now. He's
and it's bad because like I'm trying to shake it back and forth out of his skull.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just getting at this point. It's just comical how sad it is. So we're taking the short sword, and I'm gonna try to finish this guy off one more time with like a stab through his gut.
Do an attack roll, but do it with advantage because again he is impaled on your sword right now, so he's not going anywhere.
Sweet. So what? I rolled an 11, and then where'd my advantage go on that one? Let's see. So, oh shoot, I'm looking. So
yeah.
It looks like my advantage is what, +5?
Well, no, advantage you just get to roll a d20 twice and take the biggest number.
Even better. Cool. I forgot about that. Ooh, we're still only going to get an 11 out of that.
Okay.
Plus but no, it's only got plus my dexterity, so it's going to take the 13.
Okay. You know, I will say because he's so fucked up and because he only had 1 HP left, I'll just give that. That's a given. He fucking died. You stabbed him with the other one and he's dead. He wasn't going to make it anyway.
Thank God. Cool. So no matter what I rolled, he's done. All right.
Okay, so that's Rabies having whip guy dead. He falls to the ground, drops his whip on the floor. You only have machete guy left, the archer, and the big guy who has done nothing yet. And because he's done nothing, you know when he does, it's going to be cool.
And that is like the little guy?
He's got a little white suit on. It's great.
Forgiveness, please.
Love that guy. All right, so it's the bad guy's turn now. Once again, what is it? A little bow guy who has taken no damage yet in the fight because he's still kind of on the second floor. He is going to rear up and he is going to try and take a shot at Vorlin now because he just saw him kill one of his compatriots. So, you know, probably makes sense to do that.
Okay.
All right, and he is going to roll. Haha! He actually rolled an 18. Holy shit!
Oof.
He did a thing, everyone.
Finally decided to show up. No.
Welcome to the party, pal.
He finally showed up. All right, so he's going to roll some damage on that, and he is going to do 3 damage to you.
God damn it.
All right. I think this is the first time you guys have had to put damage on your sheet the whole match.
I think so. Yeah.
I took 1 point.
Oh, that's true. You did. And you took like 1 point before touching hot logs, so you know.
No, that got healed.
That's right. That did get healed. That's right. Which actually means that, what is it? Antoine should be down a spell slot, though he has not used any spells in this fight.
I have not used any spells because I fight straight up. No witchcraft.
Clearly. All right, so Bow Guy moved. Big Guy is actually standing up now. He goes to the edge. He doesn't do anything yet, but he's definitely taking more interest now than he was before. So, Machete Guy... Yeah, finally. So, Machete Guy, who is also close to death's door, he is again going to try and get this mountain man's hand out of his mouth so he can get back into the fight. And he rolls a... Okay, he only rolls a 10, so again, he struggles against it, but cannot get this man's friggin' hand out of his mouth. It's really sad. It's a real sad time for him. He did not think it would end like this when he woke up this morning.
I don't think any of them did.
Yeah. All right. From there, again, it becomes looking at the thing. Corbin, it becomes your turn again now. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, pulling has not been working, so I'm going to try pushing. I'm going to try and shove my entire arm down his throat.
All right, go for it, champ. That's again
another 20.
Yep, plus your strength.
Is this 20 that we're? Oh,
Love it.
We're adding strength to this still, right?
Yes.
Cool. 22.
Okay, did you roll a natural 20? Was that a 20 before you?
No, it was a 19.
Okay.
It was a 19, so plus 3, 22.
Okay, that's still pretty good. So, all right, so roll a d4 of damage and add your modifier to it.
It's pretty good.
That's still pretty good.
Let's see. My strength is 3, so that plus that, so 5.
5. Okay, so you basically jam the whole force of your fist into this man's mouth. And again, he's gurgling, he's bleeding right now. He's still standing, but he'll never be the same again after this. He'll just never be the same.
I was really hoping I could have gotten my fist to come out the other side of his head.
Trust me, if you had only gotten 2 more points, that's what would have happened. But
you realize this match ends with, like, Corbin with a decaying body on a mace, and then also, like, just a dead carcass hanging off of his arm.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take his skull and turn it into gauntlets.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
I mean, you are still wearing the Dragonborn General as, like, a cape or a poncho right about now, so you're collecting many body parts.
This is my thing.
You are a monster hunter. All right, so Antoine, it's your turn now. What you gonna do?
Wait. So who's still alive? Tongue Guy's not still alive, right?
No, he's just barely hanging on.
Literally.
Why won't you die? All right. So I'm gonna take my crossbow to his dome one more time.
All right.
I'll roll a 20.
Oh, for real?
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's the best. That's a crit. That means you can either roll your damage twice or double whatever damage you do.
You have to decide ahead of time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so all right. What do you guys think? Should I double it or just roll my damage?
I like taking the higher of 2 rolls.
Okay.
That's just me. But if you get like an 18, then it's like, that doubled up is amazing.
All right. First roll.
Wait, hold on. Do you take the higher 2 rolls, or do you add the 2 rolls together?
You do your damage like you would normally, and then you double that together. So, like, you times 2 the damage, or you can just roll damage twice, and they both get counted.
Oh, I would roll twice then, because if you roll 1, that's like nothing. But you're not going to roll 1 twice.
A crit is basically double damage, is what it is, but you get to choose how you do the double damage.
So my first roll was an 8.
Okay.
And I add my attack bonus onto it. Yes.
Yes. You
so
do.
12.
Yep.
And then my second roll is a 5. And that would make it 9. So I'm gonna go with the 12.
Okay, so yeah, you fucking destroy this man. Your arrow pops out of like his side with a full force. Corbin and Antoine, you see the light leave this hyena's man's eyes as he just like gurgles his last breath.
One of the last things he saw was my weird cat penis.
Yep. And he'll take that back to hell or wherever demons go.
Which, by the way, I appreciate that you did not have him like attacking with a disadvantage while this was all going on and it hanging out. So thank you. Appreciate that, Joel.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm a DM of the people, don't you know? So, all right, so his turn ends, and Vorlin, it is now officially back to you. You got 2 more dudes, the archer guy who's been hanging out top this whole time, and the big guy who has taken no action, although by the look on his face, that is quickly about to change.
All right, so I still got the Raper, and I'm gonna go after.
They're up, actually, is the thing. So you would
No,
actually...
I want to beat them up. All right, keep going.
I'm the only one with the long distance weapon.
All right, you would need to... You do have daggers, so you could throw a dagger if you were so interested. But they would either have to come down to you, or you would have to go up to them.
So wait, hold on. It's their turn now, right?
No, it's your turn, and then it becomes their turn because you both rolled 16s.
Cool. Right. So I wanna go after crossbow guy.
Okay, crossbow guy is hanging up on the floor above you. You can see him because the floorboards have all rotted away.
Like so really actually above me.
Yes.
Like,
they have a makeshift like rope ladder off to the side. That's how they've been getting up and down.
Gotcha. Okay, I kind of thought it was like a stage. You know what I mean? But like if it's a full like ceiling above me.
Yeah.
Is there any way like I can see him?
Oh yeah, you can see the floorboard is so rotted away, it basically looks like a platform now. It used to be a floor, but this building is in such disrepair.
What happens if I swing at the floor underneath him?
Well, you can definitely give that a try.
I want to do that.
Okay, go for it
Cool.
then. Let's let us call that a melee attack, and
okay.
Yeah, see what happens.
Where's my melee? I rolled a 17.
Okay, so yeah, that definitely hits. Again, the floor isn't going anywhere.
Shoot.
And
yeah. So what? He doesn't fall or anything? That'd be really cool.
Well, I was gonna say do your damage because essentially what I have to do now is roll health for the floor.
Right.
So
all right, just thinking outside the box, man.
I on the fly have to decide what the health of the floor is before anything happens.
Right. So let's see. It's going to be 7 plus 2 is going to be 9.
Okay. So yeah, you stab up as you do, and the floor is quite rickety, and it does start to shake a little bit. You hear some cracks and some creaks. It's still holding in there, but you get the feeling like it might not hold for much longer if you keep hitting it with attacks like that.
All right, then I still got one more with the short sword. We're going to do that.
Oh, that's right. You get to attack twice. Holy shit. All right, then.
Guns akimbo over here.
All right, so yeah.
Hey, look, if he's allowed to attack a tongue, I'm allowed to attack a floor. All I'm saying.
All right, then, so yeah, roll your attack for it, then.
Oh, okay, so this one was a 5 plus 2 is 7, and then, yeah, that's a 7.
Okay, well, again, it's the floor. The floor isn't going anywhere, so it's very easy to hit. So yeah, roll damage on it.
Fantastic. I love this. And then I should have been attacking floors a long time ago. You got 4 plus 2 is going to take it to 6.
Okay, that was exactly what you needed to hit. Holy fucking shit.
Boom, boom,
You guys are like, you guys either have all the luck or none of the luck in this game. I swear to God. So yeah, you...
Fuck that net.
Yeah, you paying it back. You smack it with your short sword, and the entire upper floor pretty much entirely gives way, and Arrow Guy and Big Dude end up falling down to your level now. It's essentially all one level. And,
because that's the only way I know how to play. You bring them down to your level.
Bring them down
like
to
an
your
idiot.
Level. And they're
much like life.
And I'm gonna say they take 1d10 damage because they fall into a bunch of rubble and junk and everything and sharp stabby points, and they end up suffering. They suffer 9 points of damage just by falling. So, what is it?
How many hit points does the little archer guy have?
I mean, he's smaller than the others. I can't tell you, but I will say he looks very fucked up by the fall. He was hanging back for a reason. He was not cut out for this life.
Oh, my cartilage. My knee cartilage.
Yeah,
I told you.
Pretty
administrative work.
I'm really excited because it took me until the second season to start thinking like the rest of my party members.
The big
Welcome
guy.
to the Bad Boys Club.
Yeah.
The big guy looks scuffed, but he looks more angry than anything, is what he looks like. So
okay.
And with that, it actually becomes the Gnoll's turn now. And Bow Guy will try and shoot an arrow at you, Vorlin, because you're the guy who threw that down. But he's been having really bad luck. Let's see if his luck improves.
All right.
All right, so he rolls a motherfucking 4. So he's still woozy from the fall, so he's not doing great. And so that arrow barely goes anywhere. It just spoots out and lands on the floor quite pathetically. And this only makes the big guy even angrier, and he lets out a a laugh that's really more like a roar. So he's super pissed at all of right now. And he is going to swing around his glaive, which I'm going to guess is like the biggest weapon you've seen in this so far. It's basically like a sword on a spear, is what it is.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that like a halberd? Wait, I'm thinking of a halberd.
There's halberds in this too. A glaive does slashing damage, and a halberd does piercing damage. Is how they.
You guys watch way more Forged in Fire than me. I don't know any of these sword types.
There you go. So he's it's actually closer to a spear. It's like if someone put a sword on the end of a spear. So he's gonna swing it around, and he is going to try and actually take a hit at you, Antoine, just because you're the one that he's facing right now. When he fell kind of ass backwards, so he's facing the back door. And, yeah, he is going to rev up with his thing there, and he's going to try and stab you with it. How does he do? Let's find out now.
Someone is selling a giant foam rubber glaive on Etsy for $80, and I'm very tempted right now.
That's a steal.
Wait.
That is a good deal.
So Mans came down.
Yeah.
He grabbed one of his homies by the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You shot one of his homies down from the higher levels.
Yep.
Yeah.
And his first attack is at me.
Yes.
I was going to say, that seems very odd.
Well,
I just want to make sure. This was a whipping crew, so I get it. Let me just get through it.
He's roaring mad. He would have hit the first person he saw, and it just happened to be you. He's in full berserker mode right now, is what he is.
Yeah, now I've lived in Texas most of my life, so I'm used to it.
Well, here's the funny thing,
Solely
Antoine.
coincidence.
As a cleric, you're actually the best armored of anyone in the party, is the funny thing.
Oh, really?
Yes, they gave you, like, fancy church armor, so you're basically the tank of this team, believe it or not, in terms of raw numbers.
I don't believe you, but how much damage did he do to my person?
Well, let's see there. He ends up rolling a 12. Does that hit you with your armor class the way it is? Let's see. Where are your stats? They should be in front of me.
My armor class is pretty sick. 17?
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, he doesn't hit you at all. Again, he tries to hit you, but you back up just enough, and all it really does is just kind of, glance your armor. So you're doing good.
Ha ha ha, you big bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
He did not like that. They might speak demonic, but they totally understand what you're saying, and he absolutely knows that he was made fun of just now.
Do I have to roll to slow it down, you big bitch?
Yeah. Again, he's just, he's just raging right now. He's having a really bad time, and with that, it actually becomes, your guys' turn. Once again, and in fact, you guys will be getting more turns, period, now, because there's only 2 bad guys, so... Or wait, do I have this back? Who moves next? Again, the bad guys moved, so... Okay, so yes, Corbin, so you move next, as I thought, see? So what are you gonna do now?
Right.
You said that there was, like, a burning trash fire in the room?
Yes, there is.
Is that still there?
Yes, it is. It has not been...
Cool, I'm going to pick up the little guy and throw him in there.
Amazing. Okay, so this is going to be a strength thing. So you reach into
everything I do is a strength thing.
It sure is.
If I make toast, it's a strength thing.
So all right, so
I'm sorry, but Critical Role, eat your fucking heart out, man.
Nothing fun like this happens. So yeah, you reach into the rubble with your big meaty haunches, and you do a strength check.
Okay. Unfortunately, I only rolled a 3 with that one.
Okay.
Which plus my strength is 6.
Okay, so this little guy is fighting and kicking for dear life. He knows that he is very close to being on death's door, so he wriggles out like Mini-Me in Austin Powers just to get away from this madman.
Rest in peace, Vernon.
I'll get him next time.
Yeah, but he has the fear of God in his eyes. And so with that, Antoine, it's up to you now. What are you gonna do?
Shit. Well, I guess I will try to crossbow him in the fucking eye.
All right, fair. You are close enough to him now that if you were to use a ranged weapon, you would take a disadvantage. Is the thing. It was different before when he was above you. Now he's actually close enough to you.
Can I use my mace?
Yes,
Or
you absolutely
all right.
can.
Cool. Then I use my mace and I go at a shin because I feel like he's taller than me.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, take a swing, man.
All right, let's
That's
go.
a
Let's
D20
do it.
plus your strength.
13 on my D20.
Mm-hmm.
Plus strength.
Yep.
That would be plus 3.
Yes.
Wait, no. I roll my. I have to roll my D6 first. Sorry.
Or no. No. Well, what was that altogether for your attack?
Plus 3 on my. Well, it was plus 3 and plus 5, right? So plus 8.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna see. Yeah, that sounds like you hit him. So yeah, you hit him, and then you roll your damage, which that's a D6 for the mace.
Right. 6.
Oh wow, yeah. So you get the max on that. You batter the shit out of his shin is what you do.
Oh yeah, take that soccer.
Yeah, you knock him around good, and he lets out a loud. He does not like it. Not
Sell it up the street. I'm not buying it.
I thought you were going for the little guy. Oh man, I completely missed that. Okay.
Yeah, he's
you were trying to throw him in a flaming trash can, and I want you to do that so I can go, look what we did to your boy.
Fair enough.
All right, Vorlin, it's you now.
I completely missed that. Okay.
Okay. Shoot. So should I even take aim at the big guy yet, or should I just keep working on the little guy that we keep ping-ponging around?
It's up to you, man.
All right. You know what, little guy. We're still going after him. Raper, one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 17 plus 2 is a 19.
Oh yeah, that most definitely hits him. Again, he was just wearing a leather hood. All the other guys were wearing chainmail. So yeah, you definitely smoke him.
Okay, cool. And I should have called a really awesome shot on that, guys. I'm sorry to let you down. Rolling my 8. Ooh, I got a full 8 on that. Plus 2 is 10.
Oh yeah, you put him out of his misery. He was bleeding out already from the fall. He was not going to make it.
And I feel bad that we never made him actually make it into the trash fire. So as he's falling, I just kind of pick him up and look at Corbin and shrug and just stuff him into the fire.
There you go. It smells terrible. It smells like burning hair.
Can I show him my wang as he's burning?
You sure
the
can.
last thing this guy does on his way into the garbage fire is see Antoine's wing.
Yep, that's what happens.
That's how we send him straight to hell.
That's what happens. So the big guy is really raging right now. He is really freaking unhappy that you have killed basically all of his people right now. So he is again going to try and roll at Antoine because they are locked in combat at the moment, and he gets a. God damn. Yep, he rolls a fucking 3, so he is so raging around, he just basically hurls his glaive around, and he's knocking off wood from the wall and everything, but he doesn't hit Antoine, because I can't roll for shit for these bad guys. People are going to say, man, Joel really went easy on them, but yeah, pretty much.
As a taunt? Can I give him the old propeller as a taunt? Cool.
Yeah, you propeller the shit out of him, and that just makes him angrier. All right, Corbin, it's up to you. What are you going to do?
This guy's too big to put in the fire, so I'm going to bring the fire to him. I'm going to pick up the trash can and try and dunk it on his head.
Nice. Okay, he's a big dude. All right, so pick that up. I will say you take... Okay, you will take, because it is a hot burning trash fire, you will end up taking... Oh, a full 6 for picking it up of damage, because it is hot, it has been burning all day. And now, all right,
okay.
What does this melee thing end up becoming? All right, I'll say... Okay, yeah, roll a strength. Yeah, roll a d20 and add your strength, because, again, you're putting it on him with full force.
That is with my strength add, that is a 16.
Yep, that does it. You dunk the burning barrel
Hold on. Before you go any further.
Okay.
Future Joel.
Yes.
When you're editing the audio together for this, for your audience, you have to start playing Mike Hagar's theme from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at this moment.
Good answer. Good answer.
In fact, I'm going to put that on right now.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah,
if you could throw in an NBA Jam, he's on fire at the end.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, you dunk this on his head, and I will say that ends up being I'll call that a D8 of damage is what I'll call that. And yeah, he takes 4 burning damage is what he takes from that. And again, so now He's burning. He's hurt from the fall. He is just not doing well at all. The smell of burning Gnoll hair is just wafting through this building right now.
Look at the pumper.
Aw.
He's having fun.
She hates that I've been doing this all day. So.
All right, so Vorlin, it then becomes your turn right now. What are you gonna do to this roughed up?
Okay, so now this guy's got a flaming garbage can.
Actually, no, I did it wrong. It should have been Antoine's turn. My bad.
Yeah, Antoine, you go first.
Okay, all right. I want to shoot him in the chest.
Again.
Wait, no, I'm gonna hit him with the mace.
All right,
again.
yeah, you're close to him. All right.
Cool.
I love that you're the magic user and you've used no magic.
None whatsoever.
I don't like to put myself on a higher pedestal than my friends.
Clearly.
This is a class system. I rolled a 19 on my d20.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, and that was the d6. Okay. And then I rolled a 1 on my d6.
Okay, so well that's still well again that's 1 damage plus 2 I think you had for strength. So that's actually 3.
Yeah, plus strength I have plus 3.
Okay, so yeah, so that's what it ends up being. So yeah, you smack him pretty good upside the face. It's not as hard as you would want it to be, but he definitely feels it, and he's not happy about it. And
good. We're making a scene in this, Denny's.
Yeah, he's gonna write you a strongly worded letter later. All right, now it actually is Vorlin's turn. So yeah, what are you gonna do on this one?
Okay, so I've got my 2 swords again. 1 arm roll this one while holding a puppy. Going after the big guy. Mm-hmm. Like, is he still wearing the can?
Well, it's like he's so broad in the shoulder, you dunked it on his head, but he was able to, like, shake it off.
God, I was hoping I could hit the can while it was still over his head. Okay, yeah, I'm going to strike after him. I want to go after his neck.
Okay.
I figure we've done enough damage there. And 14 plus 2 is 16.
Yep, that's going to hit him.
All right, cool. And that's going to be an 8.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus 2 is going to be an 8.
Okay. Yep.
And then short sword?
Yep.
All right, going after the other side of the neck.
Yeah.
Making this happen. We're going to chop either way. 17 plus 2 is 19.
Oh, yeah, that hits him.
Okay, and then I go to a 6 on that one. And that's 4 plus 2 is a 6. Okay. That was so good.
Okay, so he's looking rough right now. He is just, there is so much blood and fire and soot caked onto his
I've got
right
both
now.
Veins. He's just shooting arterial blood. If like in a Japanese film.
He ain't laughing no more. If he could speak, he would probably be saying, "Man, I wish I got involved in this fight earlier." As I'm sure.
You probably should have.
Should have. All right, so he is going to actually turn around now and face you, Vorlin, because he did not like those last big attacks, and he is going he's going to roll at you. And
but I'm holding a dog. I'm holding a dog. Aww. You can't. No, you can't.
Okay, so he actually gets a 15 on this one is what he gets. So he actually gets to hurt you with his big glaive.
I put the dog in front of between me and his swing.
Oh no. So yeah, he ends up doing. Ooh, he does a full 10 damage on you.
Shit.
He saves.
So that takes me to 13 damage, dude.
So yeah, he smacks you right across the face with this glaive, and it cuts you pretty deep. Cuts deep, bro. I know that feel, but
and then I dropped the dog, unfortunately.
But hey, that's all right because now it's Corbin's turn.
That dog cursed you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you were doing great until
I decided to pick up the dog.
You brought the real world into our world.
I'm sorry.
All right, Corbin, what are you gonna do here?
Well, apparently the half-human cat person doesn't like dogs. Who would have known?
She was barking.
So he's looking pretty rough, you say, right?
Yeah, he's having a really bad time.
Okay. I'm going to attempt this one more time. I'm going to reach into his mouth and try and split his skull apart.
Okay. So again, roll for your strength and see if it's greater than his strength.
What's his strength at?
I
can't. You can't tell me.
You
right.
that.
Okay. That is it is definitely not. It is with my modifier. It is only an 8.
Okay. He clamps down, and you end up just hitting his teeth. Is all you do.
The clamps.
The clamps. Give him the clamps. Well, Antoine, you can give him the clamps in a minute. What do you do here?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go at him with my mace again and try to just like knock off his wiener.
All right, yeah, you Mickey Mantle him in the crotch. Let's see if it pays off.
Try to
There you go.
point at it, and then I swing, like just lining up my shot.
Oh, I
All
hope
right,
this
so
hits. I really do.
I have a 12 on D20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then for my D6
Now, is that 12 altogether, or is that...
12 strength, that would be 15.
Okay, so that you smack him a little bit, but you feel like you didn't make the full contact you wanted to, so that's going to be half damage.
It's a thick, veiny monster. All right,
Yep.
So let me roll this D6 real quick. 4.
Okay, so you end up doing 2 damage to him overall. So he didn't get the full wing wang shot, but he got a little of it.
He knows I was there. He knows I was there.
You circumcised him a little bit. You did an unfortunate job of it.
Off the top, motherfucker.
All right.
I like it.
All right, so Vorlin, back to you.
Yeah, man, I'm taking another swing again. Just blood everywhere coming from both arterial veins.
Yep.
I'm going for it because now I'm pissed. I'm
Yep.
hurt. Taking a swing again with the Raper, and I can't even see. That's a 20.
Yep. Alrighty then. Yeah, you run him right through in the jugular with this one, is what you do. Again, you can either double regular damage or roll twice for damage.
I'm going to roll twice for damage because I've been rolling high, and I feel like my luck's going to run out at some
You
point.
have been.
We've all been rolling high.
Yeah, so we're going to go...
It's
Most
part
of
of the
mine
show.
have been low. I've only gotten 2 above 10 so far.
Oh, also the dice.
The first one was a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Second one was a 15.
Yep. That, wait, 15 for damage?
Or no, you roll twice, right?
Okay, yeah, when you put it all together. Yeah, if you put it all together.
Yeah, so altogether it's a 19.
Okay, oh yeah, you destroy this man, you stab him in the jugular, and
It's not a man.
Yeah, well, this Gnoll man, this creature. So yeah, he falls to the ground with a thunderous clap because he was bigger than all the other. His armor jingles. He drops his big glaive and he is done. And you are sitting here in the ruins of the windmill, just covered with death and fire all around you. Well, embers. Nothing actually caught on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So again,
Wasn't there also a guy we were supposed to be saving in here or something?
Yes, there is. He's been watching you this whole time, and now that the fight is over, he's just like...